You guys, I made way more things than I thought I did this year. All of this here. I made all of this here. And there's a huge pile just as big over there that you can't see. I made all of that in just a year. Welcome to this video today, guys. We are going over everything that I made in the year 2022. It's not really everything. It's everything I made for my me-made wardrobe. I made a lot of other things too, but they weren't just for my wardrobe. They were like for work or for gifts for other people, and so I don't have those things. But I do have all of the things that I've made for my own wardrobe today. There's a lot to go over, and this might be a pretty long video because of that. It's not a try-on video. Then it would be literally the longest thing ever. But I'm just going to go over everything that I have here. A lot of these things I've made patterns for or videos for, and so I'll have those linked down below if you're interested in checking them out, but I'll tell you what is what. Let's just get into what we have. I'm going to do like one thing hanging up and then one thing for my pile and then switch, and yeah. Well, let's just start with this right off the bat. If you've been watching my videos, you've probably seen this before. It's a very recent make. I made this for my CAD pattern making class. I just finished that last semester, and it was a recreate project basically, and I had to recreate a jacket pattern based off of one that I already had, and I could make a few tweaks, but I made this jacket. It's based off of like the North Face jacket. Maybe you've seen it. I've seen it all over Pinterest, which is why I made this jacket. Kind of feel like a big marshmallow in it, but I love it, and it's so cute. I'm very proud of this. I made a jacket last year around the same time, and it was too small. So I'm actually not able to wear it. And also I didn't make the pattern for it. So I'm really proud of this because it's the first time I've made like a puffer jacket pattern and sewed a puffer jacket successfully. That's something I definitely want to do more of in this new year because it was a lot of fun, and I like making clothes that are practical, and jackets are super practical, especially when you live in a very snowy place in the winter. So yeah, that's this jacket. Oh, also, I will probably be coming out with a pattern with this eventually. I'm not sure. I'd like to make this one more time. I'm not sure when I will. Hopefully in the next few months. Other than that, it might be like a year from now, but we'll see. Let me know if you'd be interested in a pattern for this. Next, we have something I'm very proud of, and it's because these two dresses were what made my very first digital sewing pattern that I'm selling on my Etsy shop. This is the Celia dress, and as you can see, they're different in various ways. There's a short skirt and a long skirt, sleeveless and with long sleeves. These dresses are like the comfiest dresses ever. Like if you could ever wear a dress, this is the one you would want because it's so comfy. I have a lot of people ask me if this material is wool. It's not. It's just flannel. But I love both of these. And especially this color. I was really obsessed with this bright blue color in 2022. So yeah, it's just something I'm really proud of that I did this year. I started my Etsy shop at the start of this year and made some pretty good progress, and I'm really proud of that. So yeah, that's the Celia dress. Like I said, there will be links to all of my patterns down below if you want to go find them. I didn't make these totally from scratch, and most of these I have made from scratch, but there's a few things that I haven't, and these are some of those things. So something I discovered over this year was buying dresses and then turning them into skirts. Sometimes I prefer skirts over dresses just because they're more versatile, and also I like wearing skirts casually during the summer. So yeah, both of these were projects like that, just like a dress that I just cut off and put an elastic waist in, and now it is a skirt, and I literally wore these like all the time this summer, like every other day really. Here is another one of my patterns. This is a more recent pattern. This is called the opal skirt. It's probably my simplest pattern to follow. If you're a new seamstress and you're looking to get into following patterns, this is a great option. It's also super cheap too. And it's just a really simple like pencil type skirt. Also such a great basic to add to your wardrobe. The one thing that maybe makes it not so simple is that it's from a stretchy material, which can be a little more tricky to learn if you don't already know how to do it. But other than that, it is literally like the simplest skirt pattern you could ever follow, and takes hardly any time at all to make. So that's the opal pattern. Next, I just want to talk about this outfit that I have on here, specifically this shirt. This shirt is a pattern that's coming eventually. This summer I took a lot of time off of work and school, and so I had just a lot of time on my hands and did a lot of sewing projects, and this was one of them. I actually found this fabric at the thrift store. It was 2 square pillowcases, and I made the back out of one pillowcase and the front out of another one. And then, you know, the sleeves too. But it's just a little wrap shirt. It's really cute. It's not something I would typically wear during the winter, but I haven't really worn it that much, and I haven't worn it in a video. So I wanted to for this one, just to show you what's coming in the future. I'm guessing this pattern will be out around springtime. I want to make another version of it where it has like a puff sleeve, so then there's some variation, but this is going to be the Lulu pattern. And I've never made a wrap anything before, so I'm really proud of how this turned out, and I'm gonna wear it so much this next summer. I'm super excited to wear it. So yeah, that is what is going to be the Lulu pattern. The next thing I want to talk about is my pants. Along with these pants, I've also made many others from the same pattern. This was one of my most popular patterns this whole year. It's what got the most likes and the most sales basically like the whole year. It was really popular, and I totally understand why, because they are super cute and super comfy. So this is not only pants, but there's also a knee-length short version and like a mid-thigh short version. And originally I did the shorts because it was like spring or summer maybe when I created the pattern, and then I just duplicated it over and over and over again. So here I have 3 pairs of shorts, which I wore these literally all summer long, you guys. Like, they're so comfy. It's pretty fast to make as well. If you have just a little bit of cotton fabric that you really like, and would like to make something fast and simple out of it, this is a great option. It's what I did. I mean, like, all 3 of these shorts were from fabrics that I was like, there's like not enough, like there's not enough fabric to do something substantial with it. What should I do with it? Shorts. These were my favorite ones actually, and I just love the color of these, and they're linen, which is amazing. I loved these ones. I mean, I still love them. I just haven't worn them since summer, but I'm definitely going to be pulling these out in spring and summer again. I'm so excited to wear them again. And then also like pants, like obviously I'm wearing the pants version, and here's another pants version that I just made out of some scrap fabric. Like, it's seriously like such a good way to just use some scrap fabric. That pattern is called the Annie Shorts pattern if you're interested. Next we have another super easy pattern to follow. This year was the year of making patterns for my Etsy. I just started it this year, and so that was a really main focus. I just wanted to pump out as many patterns as I could. I think I ended up with 11 patterns, I think, this year. So yeah, that was a big focus for me this year. So here is another pattern. This is the Ethel dress. Super simple also. It's just got, like, it's really cute, comfy also. I haven't worn this dress too much. I think I would love to make this dress out of a different material. I think this cotton doesn't flow as nicely as I had hoped. I don't think it's heavy enough, and so it's not as flowy as I had hoped it would be. I'd love to make this out of some linen, I think. Maybe I'll do that this summer or spring, because I would love to have this dress in something a little bit more flowy. But yeah, this is the Ethel dress, again, of super simple make if you want to check it out. Earlier in this year, I created a video all about embroidery and did a few projects and just like talking about like how you can use embroidery to customize your clothing. And so one of my favorite things that I did this year was these little daisy pants. These were a pair of jeans that I just didn't wear as often. The fit wasn't exactly what I liked, and I was like, I really want to try that daisy jean trend that I've been seeing like all over Pinterest. And it was like springtime. I thought it would be cute, and it was. It was totally worth it. These are like brand new jeans to me. I've worn them so much more often since doing this, and yeah, super simple. So I'll have that video linked down below if you're interested in learning how I did this. But here's another project from that same video. I also did this little denim shirt. I don't know if you can see it. It's got some flowers here, a little bumblebee on the collar, and some mushrooms in the pocket and more flowers. This was a super fun project and was so creative. Something I don't know. For some reason it gave me kind of painter artist vibes, because you know how like I'm not an artist, but in the movies you see like artists and people who paint put on these like oversized button-ups just to protect their clothing from the paint, and then the button-ups end up getting super like sloppy and painted on. And this kind of reminded me of that, like just crazy colors just popping out of nowhere. This was a super fun thing to wear in the springtime. It's kind of like a nice thing to layer over to keep you a little bit warm but not too warm, and it's still like springy and cute. So that's also in the video if you wanted to learn more about how I made this. Another pattern that I made this year was a really nice button-up pattern. Honestly, this pattern could probably be unisex. It's a really basic shirt, so a guy or a girl could easily wear this pattern and make it too. I actually made this version for one of my classes. So I made the pattern in my apparel construction 2 class, I believe, or no, it was fitting and alt. And then I decided to just turn it into a pattern as well. So yeah, there's 2 versions. This is the short sleeve version, and here is the long sleeve version. You probably can't tell, but it's got these kind of like grid pattern on it, just like from texture within the pattern. I actually thrifted this material at the thrift store. It was a huge bed sheet, and those Annie pants. Oh, these Annie pants. It's the same material, and yeah, I was sorely needing a white button-up. In my wardrobe, I've never had one, I don't think, and so I really needed one just because it's a really great basic. But I have to make it before I'm gonna buy it, so that's why I made this. So there's two versions. If you're looking for a project that will test you a little bit, but you'll feel so amazing afterwards, a button-up is definitely what you need. The first time I made a button-up, after I made it, I was like, that was hard, but also like the coolest thing I've ever done. Like, it was so satisfying, the process, like making the collar and the cuffs. Like, it's just crazy coming out at the end and being like, I just made like an actual collared shirt, and it doesn't look like botched or anything. Like, it looks good. And so if you're looking for something like that, just to give you a little bit more experience, a button-up shirt is the best way to go, in my opinion. Oh, and that pattern is called the Nancy shirt. In the same fitting and alt class that I made the Nancy shirt, I also made these pants. They were meant to go together. I actually did wear them together in a fashion show at the end of the semester. If you can't see, they're paneled. So the outside layer is just the plain material, but then this one I kind of put like a pinstripe into, just to add some texture and dimension. I really love how these turned out. I wore them so often this year. They're super comfy too, and I just really like the detail in them with the two panels. A pretty simple pattern to follow too, I think. If you're like an intermediate sewer, I definitely think you could make these. So yeah, they're also super comfy too. These pants are called the Viola pants pattern. And along with the pants, I also made a shorts version. And this one, it is very easy to tell the difference in the panels. Sorry, they're kind of wrinkly. I haven't worn them in a very long time. But I also thrifted this material too. And I love these. They're like my favorite shorts I've ever had, I think. Which is weird because when I was younger, I would have never worn shorts this length or the way they fit me. But now that I'm older, I'm like, these are the best ever. They're so comfy and modest too. And so I feel more comfortable when I'm modest. And these are those. So comfy. I love them. And probably make more of them someday. I'm not certain, but I believe there's a way for you to just make these and not have them paneled too, but I'm not certain about that. I'd have to check. But there might be a way that you could just make a regular, I think there is a way that you can just make a regular pants too. There's like the paneled version, but also just regular as well. So if you're interested in that, you can also go for that too. It might be hard to tell actually, but there's paneling on this as well. So there's two different colors here, and they're pretty similar because this is very similar in tones, but it's there, and maybe you can see it on the back better. I'm not sure if the camera can pick it up, but there's a line right here and right here, and then you can see that the sleeves are like that too. So there's 3 different pieces for the sleeves. It's kind of a nice quilt project. Super comfy too. And the reason for that is because I made these jackets out of towels. Now, people do make clothes out of terry cloth, which is what towels are made out of. But I've never known too many people to make clothes out of towels. And some people, when I wear these, they're like, why are you wearing towels? But they're actually like super warm and super comfy. I love them. They're absorbent, so maybe don't wear them in the rain, but like on a chilly spring day, these are amazing jackets to wear. And also, I really wanted a pink jacket, like for springtime. A dream come true, actually. And this is made from vintage towels that I got at the thrift store. It's hard, I don't know if you can tell, but there's some like really cool flower detail on this dark pink one. And then this one, this is the one I made first, and actually I really love this color combo, and I've worn this one so many times. There's actually no pictures of this one on the listing. I should probably put it there. This one doesn't have the paneled detail on the front and back. It's more, it does on the sleeves. But yeah, it's a little bit more basic, and I like it that way too. So you don't have to make this jacket out of terry cloth. You can actually just make it out of literally whatever you want. Well, not whatever you want, but any like kind of heavier materials you could totally make this jacket from. And I actually pattern hacked this jacket to make a jacket for my brother, and I had to change it a lot. If you watched last week's video, you can see that I made an Attack on Titan jacket for my older brother. He loved it, and the jacket fits him great, and so I still have the pattern. I think I'm going to make it a digital pattern and sell it on my Etsy shop. And yeah, it is very different from the woman's version because this has like shorter sleeves and stuff like that, and his has long sleeves. It just fits a man better. And so I will probably be putting that on my Etsy shop as well at some point. So ladies with husbands or men who like to sew, watch out for that because it is coming your way eventually. This pattern is the one I'm most proud of this year. I think it's going to be one of my most popular patterns ever. It isn't yet, but it's because it's pretty recent. But I have gotten a lot of sales on this pattern already. This is called the Rhoda pattern, and I made these pants and the pattern for my CAD. No. I made these pants and the pattern for my capstone project, my senior capstone project last semester. There's many videos about it if you've been following me. But I'm so proud of these pants. They're the comfiest pants ever. So comfy. Cargo pants I feel like got really popular again within the last 2 years, and I didn't have any. And I was like, I need a pair of cargo pants. And I still need more. I'm gonna make thousands of these, I think. And so I knew cargo pants would probably be a really popular pattern, and it has been. If you guys need a pair of cargo pants in your life, here's your sign. Here's your sign. These are so cute, so comfy, and they just like fit amazing. I made a pair for my younger sister and my best friend. Those were great too, especially my best friend's pair. I gotta make a pair just like hers for me because they're so cute. These are called the Rhoda pants if you're interested. I love these. I've worn them like too many times. I'm just gonna keep wearing them, and I'm gonna make a bunch more pairs because I love them. Here we have another really cool project. This year I got really into yarn crafts again. I've always done yarn crafts. Well, not always, but like since I was probably 9 or younger even, maybe. I've always really liked it, but it takes a lot of dedication, and sewing is a lot faster for me, at least. I can finish sewn projects a lot faster than knit and crochet projects, because with knit and crochet you're actually creating the fabric that it is made out of. I have to knit and crochet clothing. I can't just like knit a blanket or crochet, I don't know. Like, it has to be clothes for me. It's just how I am. So this is my version of the Harry Styles cardigan. I think my version is one of the cutest. Just saying. It's got tons and tons of patterns and colors, and it's kind of just like a rainbow. I haven't worn it in a while. Because it's winter and it's not quite warm enough to wear in winter. Though it is pretty warm. I'm definitely gonna wear it soon. Anyways, I did make a video about this one as well. It's not a tutorial, kind of just documenting my process, but I'll have that link down below as well if you wanted to check it out. But there's so many different types of squares. My favorite is this sunflower square, and I created it in multiple different colors, as you can see throughout the pattern. This was just such a fun project, and it took so many hours, but I wasn't doing school or work really at the time, and so I just had like tons of time on my hands. So I like spent 3 straight days, maybe longer, just working on this and pulled a few all-nighters. It's fine. It was worth it. It's one of the cutest things I own, and every time I wear it, people are like, oh my gosh. I love it. So if you're considering making a Harry Styles inspired cardigan, do it. I dare you. Here's another quick crochet project I also whipped up. Granny squares have been so popular this year, especially like the last half of this year. I really feel like they have been, and so I went kind of crazy and made tons and tons of granny squares because I needed a granny square vest, and I've worn this already like so often, like more often than the granny square cardigan. I wear this all of the time, and I freaking love it. It has like such cool colors. Like, I was kind of like a muted girl in the past, but now I just love every shade of color, like neon, like just crazy bright colors. Like, I don't care. I will wear all of it if it's in a combination like this. And like, I just freaking love it. You could wear it either way, but I prefer this way for some reason. Anyways, I don't have a video on this. I kind of just whipped it up during the summer, and yeah, it was just a project for me, but I wear it all the time. Like, you can see me wearing it on Instagram. I've probably worn it in videos. I've worn it to so many school events. Like, this is kind of my go-to. I wore it to Thanksgiving this year. Like, it's my go-to, and I really, really have loved this granny square vest. This summer, I tried to create a new pattern. It wasn't very successful. This is what I made. This shirt I made as a draft for a dress that I did make. Here's the issue though. I don't know if it's easy to tell, but this fabric is sheared. So it has elastic thread behind, in the back of the fabric, inside of it. Just like lines and lines and lines of elastic thread. And I've never done shearing before this project, so I tried it with this. This turned out amazing, like so nice. It's just this gingham shirt. I've worn this a few times during the fall. I don't know, I haven't worn this as much as I thought I would. I think the fit, like when I raise my arms, the shirt just like comes up a lot, and then I have to pull it down. Basically, this is what happened. On this thin gingham material, the shearing worked amazing. Like, it just did everything it was supposed to. Then I used another material, like a heavier rayon material with another material behind it, and it didn't shear as much as this one did. So I wanted to create a pattern off of it, but I couldn't predict what the shearing would do. Like for this one, I created a pattern for it. For this one, after shearing it, it made it smaller than the pattern. But then with the other fabric, after shearing it, it was too big, so then I had to cut it. And so it's like, it lost the, I couldn't control it as much, and so I didn't want to make a pattern off of it yet, because I wasn't sure if people would be able to make this and have the same result that I was having. So I didn't create a pattern off of it. I still could. I'd have to do a lot more experimentation. I have a few thoughts of why the other dress didn't sheer as much as this one. So I'd have to do some experimentation. But if you guys would be interested, tell me if you guys would be interested in this as a pattern. Or, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Like, this one was just like, I just didn't know what to expect. So I just kind of dropped it. Anyways, next we have this vest pattern. Well, it's not a pattern actually. Kinda. It's a free pattern. I made this a free pattern on YouTube, and I created a tutorial for it earlier this year. It's based off of this Urban Outfitters quilted vest, and my version is honestly better, I think. I love it. And so there is a free pattern on that tutorial. I'll have it linked down below. It's only in one size though, which is this size. And so if you're my size, this would totally work for you. But something I've really been considering is turning this into a pattern for my Etsy shop with more sizes, so that if you did want, you could still have the free version, which is just one size, but then if you didn't want to try and like alter it, or you weren't my size but still wanted to make the vest, you could just purchase the pattern. So I think I probably will do that this year, is create an actual pattern from this. Still keep the one free version as well. But yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. This has been such a nice thing to have in the winter time. It's super cozy. It literally feels like you're wearing a quilt. I love it. I made one for my sister. I think I want to make another one for me, but a more spring version with lighter, brighter colors, some pinks probably. Probably do that pretty soon. This dress was my second pattern that I came out with this year. This is called the Elsie dress. Two versions. It's this really cute baby doll style Peter Pan colored dress with puff sleeves. I made this around Valentine's Day, as you can tell by the color and the theme. There is a tutorial on my YouTube channel. If you wanted to look at that before purchasing the pattern, I would suggest it. I embroidered this collar. So cute. I haven't worn these as much as I hoped. I have worn them. They're a little short for me now. My modesty levels have changed, so I don't wear these as often, but they are really cute. Maybe I'll give them to some shorter friends someday, or hold on to them for my kids maybe. I'm not sure. They're really, really cute. And I definitely want to make another thing with an embroidered collar, because that's just too cute. Am I right? Anyways, that's the Elsie dress if you want to check it out. This is just a random pair of pants that I made this year. It was also for the fitting in alt class, just from like this floral bed sheet I found. I've actually worn these a lot. And a lot of my pants patterns are based off of these, but just with some tweaking. So it's just a basic pair of trousers that I made this year. All right, and here we have the Betty dress. This is my third sewing pattern, I believe. This was such a fun pattern. I love tiers. Okay, they're a pain to sew because they take so long to gather, but I love the way they look afterwards. They're like so freaking cute. Like, I just love tiers so much. And this this was just like such a fun project. I'd love to make another one with a like longer one, like with more tiers, or the tiers would be longer. I'm not sure. What a cute pattern. I love how these sleeves turned out. This dress, this version was my favorite. I wore this one. I wore this one all the time. I still will wear it probably. It's so cute. It's like this gingham material. I don't know if the camera's catching it, but like such a fun project. And then it has this little keyhole with the tie in the back. Such a cute pattern. I really love this one. This is called the Betty dress. Okay, last thing. You probably haven't seen too much about this yet. This is a pattern that will be coming up soon, I am hoping. It's been done for a while. This is the Aurelia jacket. It's a rain jacket. It's made from tablecloths, like vinyl tablecloths. I got this beautiful floral one from the thrift store. Knew I had to have it because it's just gorgeous. I didn't have enough, so I paired it with this striped one that I just got off of Amazon. Here's the back with its little hood. I haven't worn it too much. By the time I finished it, it was getting too cold outside to wear, so I haven't worn it too much. Plus it was fall, and these aren't really fall colors, but this is gonna be great for springtime. Like, I can see it. Like, this is gonna be amazing for springtime, and I will most likely wear this even when it's not raining. Like, it's too cute. This is something I will always have because it's so cool, you know? And I would love to pass it on to my kids someday also. But yeah, that's the Aurelia jacket. It is going to be a pattern. I haven't come out with it yet. It's like so close, you guys. Literally all I have to do is write the instructions, but I've just been super busy. I need to do that. Tell me in the comments to do that. That's the Aurelia jacket. I think that's the end of our wrap up. Oh my gosh. I almost forgot something super important. My fanny packs. How did I forget those? I literally use these all of the time. All of the time this summer. Especially this one. I just love this one. How did I forget those? This is another pattern on my Etsy shop. These fanny packs, they have the coolest name ever on my site, I think. They are called the Barbara Bird Belt Bag. Isn't that so fun? Both of these were made from thrifted materials. This one was made from a placemat, like something you put your plate under at the table. And this one was made from a table runner. They're both super cute. As you can see, they're different sizes. So this one's much larger and that one's pretty small. I like them both for different reasons. It depends on like what I would be doing, you know, something where I would need like a camera and a water bottle and sunscreen and lots of other stuff. I would totally use this for. Something that's a little not as active, just going out or something, I use this all the time. Just put your keys in your wallet and you're good to go, you know, maybe a pair of sunglasses. I literally use this so many times this summer. If you're gonna have a fanny pack, you might as well have a really cool grandma one, right? That's my thought process. Anyways, that's the Barbara Bird Belt Bag, if you want to check it out. And now, I think that was everything. Wow, what a crazy year. What a crazy year of things to sew. Like, that was a lot more than I expected. So much more than I expected. But wow, so much fun too. I had so much fun making these patterns and starting my Etsy shop. It was one of my goals for last year, and I totally did it. And I'm gonna keep it going, and I loved it. I love sewing. I love sewing. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this recap of everything I made for my me-made wardrobe this year. It was so fun going through all of it and seeing what I accomplished this year. I don't feel like my sewing skills have really changed much, but definitely my pattern making skills and also my social media and marketing skills too, I believe. Hopefully. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really have enjoyed filming it. Not sure if I'll enjoy editing it, but it's fine. This video is actually going up tonight, so have a lovely night, you guys, if you are watching this. Again, thank you so much for joining me for this video. I would love to hear about some of the things you made this last year. I would also love if you've made any of my patterns, please tag me on Instagram. No one's done that yet. I would really love to see other people's versions of what they made. I would just really love to see that. So if you've made one of my patterns, please tag me on Instagram because I'd love to see it. Anyways, I'm gonna stop rambling now. Have a good day, you guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and give me a like. Other than that, I will see you guys next Friday. Bye.